Harry's girl, almost straight out of Compton.
Doesn't Kevin Costner come from Compton? Darker skinned baby?
What?
Is someone talking about the skin tone of the baby? Darker skin colour than the royals might be used to. I think that Meghan is the one with a poor opinion of black people. From the moment Meghan was officially introduced as Harry's girlfriend, they made it all about race. His girlfriend, Meghan Markle, has been subject to a wave of abuse and harassment. Some of this has been very public. The smear on the front page of a national newspaper, the racial undertones of comment pieces, and the outright sexism and racism of social media trolls and web article comments. So as ever, the woman who doesn't read any social media,
I made the choice to not read anything, positive or negative. It just didn't make sense.
Is focusing on things that are being said on social media, not necessarily mainstream media. This has been the core of the victim narrative for many years.
You're complaining about your hard life, and you're so privileged. It's just so weird.
It's ridiculous. I totally agree.
Plays the victim. My castle's too small. Yeah. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore.
So today we're going to look at this race debate to see what was really going on. So let's look at the almost straight out of Compton headline.
Harry's girl, almost straight out of Compton.
It's a reference to the NWA song and a play on words with a cultural reference that we often see in clickbait headlines. When a commoner marries royalty, the press like to highlight the rags to riches story that Meghan herself has adopted.
It was so much fast food, and yes, I get when you're on a budget, super affordable.
I think this was more a reference to social class than race. Doesn't Kevin Costner come from Compton? I find it more worrying that Meghan assumes that everyone in Compton is black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What do you think? There have been references in articles that her family went from cotton slaves to royalty. Similar things were said about Michelle Obama. But isn't that something to be proud of? That your family came from nothing, but with your hard work and dedication, generation after generation, you can end up at the very top? The point I'm making here is that it's not what is said that's hurtful, sticks and stones. It's how you react to it. It depends how much you thrive on being a victim.
Can I read you a headline after that twerking video went out? The Mail published, did they think twerking like trailer trash teens would endear them to the public? All of that conversation we had, I've had them with you many times, about there being no racism around Meghan Markle. To me, that is a racist.
Oh, do me a favour.
It is.
Trailer trash
is.
How can that be racist?
That's an American
because she's twerking.
No, but it's the way.
She was literally twerking.
It's the way that they described it, like trailer trash teens. I mean, twerking is a long-standing. That is emanated out of the African diaspora.
Oh, do me a favour.
But it is.
That's
and to
ridiculous.
describe that, that style of dancing as akin to
trailer trash is the Tiger King. Like that is the definition of trailer trash in America.
But to liken twerking to that is inherently, that has racist
undertones. Bollocks.
It does.
I'm sorry. Complete nonsense.
And how hard you look for excuses to step back from the royal family and become a professional victim toxic wannabe. More and more proof is coming out that they planned Brexit from the very beginning. So obviously they planned their excuses from the very beginning. From Harry's first statement about Meghan. They told us about great change they would do together.
Both of us have passions for wanting to make change for good.
The different things that we wanted to do in the world and how passionate we were about seeing change.
They would change the world.
Little did we know just how much they would change and devote their lives to promoting themselves rather than charitable causes.
Why are you the way that you are?
If we look at the engagement interview...
Orchestrated reality show. Yeah.
We can see Harry excited to have found the right person for the job.
She'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well.
Meghan looks like she's got something to hide. So I'm not sure that Harry planned Brexit from the get-go, but I am sure that Meghan did. Let me know what you think. She insisted that he release a statement making their relationship official, you know, because the grifter can't wait for things to happen.
Authentically, organically.
She wants it now. And I wonder who wrote Harry's statement. You want more proof that she was just race grifting?
Some of that scrutiny was centred around your ethnicity.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm really just proud of who I am and where I come from, and we have never put any focus on that. We've just focused on who we are as a couple. And
the fucking grifters.
Let's look at the comments about Meghan's exotic DNA.
Her exotic DNA will be thickening the royal blood.
The Windsors will thicken their watery, thin blue blood and Spencer pale skin and ginger hair with some rich and exotic DNA. Well, this seems to be criticising the royal family more than anything, and seems oddly reminiscent of what was said about Catherine at the time. Catherine's commoner genes might lead to a somewhat darker-skinned baby.
What?
Is someone talking about the skin tone of the baby? The royals are pretty pale. Catherine's skin has a considerably more olive tone, and the baby will likely be somewhere between the two, but more like Catherine because her genes are dominant over lighter ones. The odds are the child will have darker skin colour than the royals might be used to. So, were there racial undertones in publications about Meghan, or was Meghan just race baiting? The media focused on Catherine's commoner background, even going as far as calling her working class with a drug-dealing uncle. The media highlighted Meghan's commoner background, yet she saw this as racist. Again, I think that Meghan is the one with a poor opinion of black people.
Tell the truth.
She pitched herself as Caucasian during her acting career, and she's never dated a black man. She's been straightening her curly hair her whole adult life.
And I remember most of the girls in the sorority who were not black say, "What's that smell? Is hair burning?" And it was just what you would do to figure out how to grapple with this texture of hair.
And constantly surgically enhancing her nose. She hides her blackness, yet holds up the race card when it's convenient. Another occasion that generated a lot of focus from the dastardly duo was a tweet by Danny Baker, a veteran broadcaster and journalist.
Someone in the media posting a photograph of a couple with a chimp, and at the top it said, "Royal baby leaves hospital."
He apologised for his stupid and thinking gag, which he claimed was not meant to have any racist undertones. Sincere apologies for the stupid and thinking gag pic earlier was supposed to be joke about royals versus circus animals and posh clothes, but interpreted as about monkeys and race, so rightly deleted. Royal watching, not my forte. Was Banksy being racist against the Queen in 2003? Because he explained it as, celebrate the fact the highest position in British society is not a reward for talent or hard work, but simply handed out with the accident of birth. God save the Queen. So, when a white royal is portrayed as a monkey, that's fine. But when a biracial royal is subjected to the same humour, she's being singled out because she's biracial? I can see, as Danny Baker could see in retrospect, that it was somewhat of a clumsy joke that cost him his job. But doesn't equality mean the same treatment for everyone? Same joke, same humour, same art? And who can forget how Meghan is not wild about Harry? The woman sees herself as Diana 2.0, and when Vanity Fair put this unknown D-list actress on the cover with a Diana comparison headline, she complained about it. Meghan learned the hard way how revenge is a dish best served cold. So I think we've established that Meghan wasn't treated differently and articles didn't have racial undertones. She just wanted to stand out and play the victim. We've all seen how much she loves to play the victim.
Gosh, we cannot get a break, you know?
Oh, I understand.
Is it right that the press writes sensational articles about women marrying into the royal family? Is it difficult at times to deal with? Do all public figures and celebrities go through similar experiences? And after years of hard work and dedication and proving yourself, not playing the prove it game, really proving your worth, they soften to the newcomer. It's like a hazing, and apparently Meghan knows all about that. But as ever, she can dish it out, but she can't take it. Although it wasn't a news article in and of itself, it did make every headline around the world. The whole royal racist.
No, the family together have been absolutely, solid support, and my grandparents as well have been wonderful throughout this whole process. The whole family have come together and have been a huge amount of support.
They've been amazing.
How dark the baby will be of it all. I think I'll let Chris Rock explain this one.
That's not racist. Because even black people want to know. How brown the baby gonna be?
So first of all, this conversation never happened. Maybe they speculated if the kid would come out with a ginger afro, but there were never concerns about how dark he was going to be and what that could look like. But if Meghan really was offended by skin tone comments that took place any further in her own head, why is she so desperate to be part of the Kardashian clan? She immediately grapples onto Khloe's post, attaching herself to a post that Khloe probably didn't even realise had anything to do with Meghan. Her mum likes to hang out with the Kardashians too.
I've got to see what skin tone my child is before I can...
Your kid's going to be black.
It'll be a variation of a skin tone.
No.
So I'm just trying to see what colors will look good.
Isn't Kim talking about how dark her baby could be and what that could look like in her pram?